Hello everyone, let me to introduce myself. My name is Lutfi Wijaksono and I'm from English Education Department Semester 5 in course of Advanced Reading class. Today we're going to talk about the 7 types of text. Do you wanna know what is that? So let's find out. So okay guys, for the first one we're going to talk about narrative text. Firstly, the characteristic of narrative text is contains a story or a narrative with a plot, characters, conflicts, and resolution. It's also highlight view about the events and the experience itself. For the explanation is, narrative texts are used to tell a fictional stories, real life experience, or a fairy tales, like Snow White, like biography, or like telling yourself about your vacation. So, narrative text is oftenly using a simple past tense. Okay, for the second is text procedure. The characteristic about text procedure is provide step-by-step or guidance or instructions. It's proposed to help the reader to perform a specific action or achieve a particular goal. For example, like when we want to make a cake, also we have to follow a guide. Now that's guide. It's called a text of procedure, and it's often used imperative sentence like mix the ingredients evenly, and also using the present simple tense to describe the step. Next is text descriptive or descriptive text. The characteristic about the descriptive text is provides detailed description of an object, place, or a person. It's focused on a visual descriptions, and sensory language. For the explanation is like text descriptive is used to describe in detail how something looks, feels, or smells. It's typically use the present simple tense to describe the object or a subject. For example, like how you describe myself with long hair, with a brown shirt, or with a really good jawline. Now, we're going to move to the fourth is text anecdote. What is text anecdote? For the character itself, it's a short story that often funny, interesting, and entertaining. Typically involve a personal experience or a brief events. For the explanation itself, text anecdotes are used to share a short story that often contains humor or a moral lesson, and it's used the past simple tense to narrative events within the story. In Indonesia, we also found anecdotes in cerpen, if you want to know in our culture. Move to the fifth is the text explanation. Is really different with describing text because the text explanation is over an adept explanation of a concept, theory, or a phenomenon. Focus on a clear information delivery. For the explanation itself, text explanations are used to discuss topics in a detail and provides a deep understanding. The tense is used may vary depending on the context of the explanation itself. So when we using a text explanation, we're going to explanation from A to the Z. Like we're going to tell everything about one thing that we want to explain. Move to the next is a discussion text. Discussion text is from the characteristic is like addresses the pros and the cons of a topic with different argument or like a debate. And its aim to influence the reader's opinion. For the explanation itself, text discussion are used to outline and discuss different arguments related to the topic. It can use the present simple or present continuous tense to express opinion on argument. So basically, like we're going to debate, but using a text in that way. Last but not least is a text spoof. It's a text with a characteristic like using a humor and it's aimed to entertain. And criticize in humor way. From the explanation itself, text cues is used to create a humor through a not really good situation but in a funny manners. The tenses is used may vary depending on the style of the humor in the story itself. So spoof is like how we're going to tell something but with humor style, so it's not very seriously but still have the manners to describing or telling the text itself. So guys, that's what's the 7 types of text that I just telling to you guys. Hopefully that's going to be a great information to increase your knowledge and you and myself. So I'm Lutfi Wijaksono and goodbye.